was driving by my golf cart and I saw this Camaro here and I hit the brakes hard. I saw this car a few years ago and my jaw dropped when I saw it pull up in the video. And then I saw all these other vehicles you have here. What are you doing here? This is insane.
We're just trying to have a good time, man.
That's nuts.
Come out and hang out, you know, support the radial racing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
So what's Blown Mafia all about?
It's basically a name I came up with just to try to incorporate all the cars together. I build them and I can't seem to sell them, so I keep building, and you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of bring everything in together.
You've got some pretty insane vehicles. You got a twin blower truck over here, a twin turbo blown nitrous Camaro, a twin screw blown truck, and a weird looking dragster. Let's start with my favorite, the Camaro.
Okay.
Everything's sticking up out of the hood. So you got twin turbos, nitrous, and a blower. How does this work?
Basically, the injector hat is blocked off. Okay. So all the air that the turbos get come through this hat. All right. This right here is blocked off. No air can come between here. Okay. In other words, you can throw rocks in here, nothing's going to get through. Okay, because this is welded shut.
Just go straight into the turbos.
Right. In other words, everything has got to come through this pipe to get to this turbo. Okay. All right. And then after it's pressurized, yada yada, so on and so forth, you know, this is the plenum box. Carburetors, it can't come back up through. You know, a lot of people say, well, you know, it pressurized, turbos are pressurized here, it's going to blow back out. Sure. It can't, man. This thing is blocked off.
So it's a turbo blow through setup through the carb.
Right.
And then you got a plate kit next in line.
Yeah. That's just an off-the-shelf NOS kit.
Yeah.
You know, the blower is kind of big for the application. It's 1471.
1471.
1471. Yeah. 6% underdriven. You know, I'm not trying to set the world on fire.
Yeah. And then lastly, it hits how many cubic inches of motor?
468.
468.
Yeah. Yeah. It's small. Man. That's it, man. It's a 69 Camaro. I've had the thing for going on, what, 20 years now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And did you drive these?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really? How many miles do you think you have on this since you got it done?
This car here, oh man, I couldn't even tell you how many miles I have on this car, but since it's been done, that's a loaded question in itself.
Yeah.
It don't just sit in the trailer all the time, I'll put it that way.
Yeah. How many miles do you think it has on it since you've had 3 feet of ridiculousness sticking out of the hood?
probably about 2,500.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, about 2,500.
You see stuff like this, you usually just assume it's pushed on the trailer, pushed off the trailer next to the car show.
Yeah, this is all steel car. It's got factory floor pans in it. I ain't pushing this thing. No,
that's what I like to hear.
It ain't running. It ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's such a unique sound.
It is.
You hear the turbos a little bit, then you hear the whine.
Right, yeah. There's a bunch of weird stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, especially right down the road in this thing, good God. This car's tight, man.
Yeah?
You roll the windows up on this car, and it's like riding in a Cadillac, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it always has been. This car's always...
The turbos help a lot with sound.
They ain't the first muffler on this car.
Exactly. And I was sitting here scratching my head for quite a while looking at these blowers.
Right, yeah.
You got one flipped upside down?
No, actually, the only thing that's upside down, the actual case. The case is upside down and it's turned around backwards.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, because I mean they're pinned. You know, the rotors, the end frames are pinned. If they were pinned the same, all right, if the tolerances were set the same, you could take this front end frame, pull the rotors out, and slide them right to the top. You understand what I'm saying? It's the way that GM designed the case. I did all the hole where you just kind of stack them normal, and it just didn't look right. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
This truck, just like you see it right now, has been just like this for no less than 10 years.
Really?
Just like this. Yeah.
It looks mint. It looks like you just got it finished.
No.
That's
been this way
crazy.
For a long time.
And the bed is crazy too. It's just like a big mirror.
Yeah. All this aluminum is a polished anodized. You can't polish this stuff. If you scratch it, it's scratched. Just basically just wipe it off. If I had to polish this, I wouldn't. It'd all be painted. There's no way I'd do all this. You know what I mean?
You drive this thing much?
You got to keep it real. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I drive this a lot. I cruise this truck a lot. We ride around. We have a good time.
What year is this?
65.
65?
Yeah.
How big is the engine in here?
355.
355? What, two 1071s?
No, they're 2.6s.
Really?
Yeah, 2 671s.
671s. Who's behind the dash?
Actually got Ashley Force.
Really?
Yeah, Ashley Force. I got John.
Oh yeah.
Of course. I got Greg Anderson. Rick Dobberton. Matt and Debbie Hay. Now, do you know who they are?
I don't think so.
Okay, Rick Dobberton, you ever heard of the J2000? Back in the 80s, it was a Pontiac J2000. The body came up and the front came up.
Okay.
They made a model of the car. All right? Huh. It was a twin turbo aluminum small block with a blower situation, nitrous, whole night. The car was extremely popular, man. There are going to be people on here that, you know, they say the name, they're like, yeah. Matt and Debbie Hay, they're well known for a pink Thunderbird. All right, it's a Pro Street car.
Okay.
You know, it's got a small block Ford in it.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, the blowers are actually come down, the blowers sitting in the front. Those two people right there are the people I didn't know I would ever meet, but I always wanted to, right? They do things different. Down to earth people, good people.
Influencers.
You know, and they're huge. They were really huge, hot rod and car craft, and back in the day before internet, you know.
Yep.
The red car, my Camaro, you know, it's an internet thing, but they got it with magazines.
In the culture. Jeez. The first thing I noticed is it's super long. The cockpit's like in the middle, which is unusual for dragster. About
chassis, rear, and front end. About what I got.
Yep.
And the guy had put a new back half on the car because his intentions were a Viper motor, so it was, you know, had to be long.
Oh, super long, yeah.
I like the car because I felt like I could put two twin small blocks or something like that, you know. And I knew it would work good with a blower. It had plenty of room, you know, because it seemed like every car I looked at, it was all short and stumpy, and you know, you didn't really have a lot of room for blower drives. Basically redid the whole thing. You know, all the rear end chroming, and then wired it all.
What's the body? Is it like a Ford?
Yeah, it's a 34 Ford. It's a 3-window coupe. A friend of mine up the road from where my shop is, he was coming by the shop one day and had one of these bodies on the back of his pickup, you know, the trailer or whatever. I rolled over there with tape measure, pulled it out, you know, and started.
You knew exactly what you wanted to do with it.
Yeah, I had a really good idea.
Third scale?
Man, as far as what it's scaled to, down to, I can't tell you.
My favorite part of the body is the crosshairs on the front. Where'd you find that?
Got these off of eBay. I've looked for them for a long time.
Really?
It's neat, like a little touch, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I wanted a World War II original, you know, crosshairs.
Line up the crosshairs, nail the gas.
Well,
get it going.
Yeah.
I love how it shakes too when it runs.
Yeah.
It's got a crazy look to it.
Yeah.
Never made any passes on it, or just?
Yeah, I mean, I've been 460s in the car.
Really?
Yeah, 460s.
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't weigh anything.
It weighs nothing, and it feels like you're on a ride.
Oh, I bet.
You're laying down, you know. You're
oh, yeah.
on your back in the car. It's only got a 19-inch cage. I bought the rig. I've had it for, I don't know what, 8 years, something like that. It was an old orange truck at United Van Lines, I believe what it was.
Yeah.
Bought it used, went in and just redid the whole thing. Put 5 feet in the frame, stretched the frame out, 320-inch wheelbase. These panels here and stuff. I hand bent these, all of this stuff, you know, in my shop, you know, just to get the contour. It's a 96 Kenworth W900L.
Okay.
It's got a 34 6E Caterpillar in it. Got Australian code in, 706 horse.
706?
Yeah. Pulls that little stacker.
I'm sure.
Stacker like that.
So you squeeze, well, not squeeze, but you put all these in that trailer together?
Yeah. The dragster goes up top, and the Camaro and the 56 go on the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it nerve-wracking driving all this together?
No.
No?
No.
Pretty easy? I'm sure it's fun driving that.
It is. It's just as much fun getting here as it is, you know, being
Looks comfortable.
Yeah. It just kind of floats down the road. the dual sticks in the truck.
Yeah.
That's actually a high-low. The 8-ball is actually my range.
Okay.
Okay. I had a 13-speed in this thing, but I registered this truck as an RV. So when I did that, I pulled the 13 out and I put a 10 in. A lot easier, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Reach over, you know, you got to go to the high side. Just push the stick forward. Do your thing, you know what I mean? So a lot of people ask about that. It's not it doesn't have an auxiliary box.
All right, so last but not least, the twin blown pickup.
Yeah.
With nitrous, of course.
This one here is a little bit easier because the throat, this is a Canute's carbon fiber hat, so the throat's bigger than the Gerardo.
Okay.
But you can actually, if you can get your camera in there, you can see what I'm talking about. This thing is blocked off. All the air that's coming through here comes into the Pro Charger. The Pro Charger pressurizes the blend. No air can come back up through. All right, It's impossible. Can't happen. So all the air has to go to the motor. Basically the same situation. All I'm doing is moving air. I'm pushing it around. I'm just providing the blower with all it wants. You know what I'm saying?
What is it driven off? Oh, I see. It's on the same belt.
Right. Yeah, that was the thing. You know, having this adapter here made and designing it and getting it, getting everything to work like that.
What kind of Pro Charger is this?
F2.
F2?
Yeah.
And then it's going into the carbs through a little bit of nitrous if you decide to use it. And then how big's the screw blower?
That's 871.
871?
871.
And a little bit bigger engine, huh?
No, it's the same. 468.
Is it 468?
Yeah, same thing. I can use what I can use, and do things. The heads. I don't build junk by no stretch.
Oh, no.
I use good parts, man. But
do it right the first time, right?
I can't go, do a sunny or something like that. I'd love to.
The paint's one thing I noticed. It looks really nice. It's got like a flat finish, satin finish.
Yeah, it's the same color as the Camaro's, guards red. And what we did was we put a flattening agent in the paint, in the clear.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what this is. It's a base clear, so you can't really buff it, but it's really durable.
So which of these is your favorite?
Camaro. Yeah, because I've had it the longest. That car, when my everyday driver would break down, I drove that car. It got me to work. I mean, that car, when I bought that car, I put a small block in and tunnel around 557 gears on the street with 3214. And I'd drive a car everywhere all the time. Had a good time. Definitely my favorite.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Where can we find you on social media? Or
I've got a Blown Mafia. It has a Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, check it out. Give me a like. I appreciate it. We'll be getting some shirts and stuff to sell on Facebook and what have you. So,
And the big question I reminds mind is how much power do they make? But you told me you didn't dyno any of these, right?
Yeah, I'm not here to set the world on fire. It's all right. It's not gonna hurt me not to know what it is. To be honest with you, if I knew what it was, it wouldn't be enough. I'd blow it up and try to make more.
And they wouldn't be sitting here. You'd have one or two of them. The other one would be getting worked on, right?
You got to keep it real, man. The thing is, if you're gonna drive it on the street, you don't want to sit there belching and coughing and blowing smoke and being all stupid. I got a race car. It's on the end. It's 24 feet long. This is not for race cars. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. It's quiet. I mean, it's loud, but it's quiet. That is unreal.
Well, at least now they know it runs, right?
Yeah. Does this ever feel normal to you?
Not in this car.
You smile every time you get in it?
Yeah.
I would hope so. And you're staring at the boost gauge. 90 gauges. You got a shifter. You don't need a radio.
No, I don't need no damn radio. Not this thing.
Yeah, you don't have much front end visibility at all.
I try to look ahead and pay attention, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Every once in a while I get a wild hair in my ass, you know. Give it a little kick like I like now. Give it a little something.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, yes.
I've ridden a whole lot of ridiculous things, but I think this is a whole different type of ridiculous thing I've ridden in. You didn't hear anything.
Yeah, right. The turbos cover stuff up so bad. You'll get this like, oh, that was fantastic.
That's a whole different kind of crazy than I've ever ridden in.
Is that not just?
That's so cool. And you're staring at the boost gauge, the turbos, the blower. Well, I said it before, I'll say it again. You're the most boost addicted person I've met. I love it. It was great. Thank you for the ride.
Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely.
Any projects on the work or just have fun with the toys?
No, I got a couple. I got a 2006 XB, little Scion.
Oh, you were talking about that, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you putting in now?
Twin blowers.
Of course.
Blowers.
How big is the engine?
434.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, small block. Engine's going in the back. Blowers will actually be where the engine's going to be. And I'll run the blowers off a jack shaft. Off the gearbox. Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
So
That's going to make a lot of people scratch their heads.
Yeah, so that and a stagecoach.
Stagecoach?
I'm looking to do a stagecoach. I've always wanted to do one. Yeah.
So what in the world can you do in a stagecoach?
It's sort of like a T-bucket situation. You know what I mean? It's like a T-bucket with a blown motor, you know. And
Of course, because everybody does that.
You know, but yeah, along the same lines, T-bucket chassis, blower motor, big tires, you know, that type of thing. Just, you know, make it cool, channel it over the chassis. This guy actually makes one that kids ride in, right? So it's big, ponies pull it, but it's the right size. It's more the T-bucket size. No, the engine will be in the front, you know, zoomies, and the passenger and the driver will be inside the coach. That's the way I think. That's what's in my mind.
I can't wait to see that. You'll have to let us know.
It'll be neat. If I keep going, I'm gonna have to buy another truck and a trailer.
I know.
All this crap. Yeah. Works out pretty good that way.
Cool. Well, thanks again.
You're welcome.
It was great meeting you.
Thank you, man.
See you soon.